I sighed as I noticed the curtains were snagged again. In the lower right corner, where they brushed against the bed, the threads were tangled in a mess. I could almost imagine the guilty party's frustrated expression as he clawed at them. I picked up the curtain and turned to the cat, pretending to sleep on the bed. "These were brand new curtains," I said. "I just bought them last week for $185. The cat, back turned to me, purred contentedly, feigning deep sleep. His tail twitched slightly, brushing the blanket. Annoyance bubbled up inside me. I dropped the curtain, yowled, and shifted into my original form, launching myself at my boyfriend, who was still pretending to be asleep. 3 seconds later, the mirror on the nightstand reflected a calico cat sitting triumphantly on top of a tabby, both engaged in a fierce but playful tussle. As the cat yowls echoed, another night of our love-hate relationship began. Yes, my boyfriend and I are both cats. I'm a calico, and he's a tabby. We're both ancient cats capable of switching between human and feline forms. As cats, we're the adorable strays that random people on the street want to pet and feed. As humans, we're overworked corporate drones, scraping by to make a living. Being human is work. Being a cat is living. And because money is hard-earned, I can't stand my boyfriend's habit of scratching the curtains. "What's wrong with scratching the cat tree?" I grumbled, feeling invigorated after our little fight. "We have so many of them." Boyfriend, now dressed in silk pajamas and looking annoyingly dapper, stood in front of the full-length mirror, adjusting his belt. "You don't understand the allure of new curtains for a cat. It's like forbidden fruit, irresistible, even though you know you shouldn't." I rolled my eyes. "I'm a cat too, you know. Speak the truth." He tugged at his belt, and a long thread pulled loose. His expression turned somber. "You called out another cat's name in your sleep last night." According to him, in the middle of the night, he woke up groggily and was about to snuggle closer and groom my head when he heard me mumbling another cat's name. A pang of jealousy shot through his sleepy brain, and he ended up venting his frustration on the curtains. I sighed. "Oh, come on." My tail twitched in irritation. "Last night, you insisted on watching Tom and Jerry before bed. You know I'm a huge fan of Tom, and I was dreaming about his endless quest to catch Jerry. That's what I was thinking about." My boyfriend's tail flicked out, intertwining with mine in irritation. "Sure, you're just a Tom fangirl. I saw your face turn red during the episode where Tom serenades another cat." I pointed at the ring on my finger, which glittered in the light. I blushed because it reminded me of how you wooed me. We had been together for a year before officially becoming a couple. According to him, it was a year of knowing each other and 6 months of playing cat and mouse. When he reminisces about that time, there's a hint of sweetness in his voice. "You were so good at keeping just the right distance. Every time I wanted to get closer, you'd pull away, like a cat toy just out of reach. I had no choice but to chase after you." His eyes sparkled with the unique mix of cunning and cuteness only a cat can possess. "I chased you like sunlight dancing on the floor." He'd take me out, play the guitar, and sing a makeshift love song. Touched, I'd respond with a song of my own. He'd take me out to dinner, and under the romantic moonlight, offer to walk me home. I'd say I wasn't full and drag him to a seafood hot pot instead. We'd leave, clutching our stomachs, only to spend the rest of the night hacking up hairballs. He considers those push and pull moments as cat courtship, like two cats facing off on a narrow windowsill, neither willing to back down. The truth is, I brushed my bangs aside and confessed, "I honestly didn't realize you were a cat." He blinked, looking dumbfounded. "What?" "I'd heard rumors of a tabby who could turn human, but in your sleek black suits, you seemed more like a black cat. You were nothing like the tabby I imagined." "First glance, I knew you were a cat," he said, sulking and digging his claws into the pillow. "Then why the mixed signals?" I thought it was cat flirting. I recalled my inner turmoil. I was debating whether to tell you I wasn't human and if I should risk an interspecies relationship. What if you didn't like cats? What if you were a dog person? What if I wanted to parkour around the house at night and you were a light sleeper? He groomed his paw thoughtfully. "And then what convinced you? Finding out I was a cat?" I laughed, remembering. "Seeing you nervously offer me a ring while your hands shook, despite your brave face." His hair was disheveled, his usual polished look gone. Under the street lamp, his eyes shone with a beautiful light. I thought, even if you weren't a cat, I wanted to ruffle your hair. His ears turned pink, and he gave me a sideways glance. But after you knew I was a cat, you didn't groom me often. You took me for granted. I sighed, reaching out to ruffle his hair. All right, come here. Let me groom you. Recently, after opening up more, he seemed especially relaxed. He even started showing me videos of handsome cats and cat-like celebrities. As I kneaded his lap in my cat form, I watched cautiously. Are you checking out other cats? Trying to drag me into it so I won't suspect? Of course not, he said, exasperated. I have perfect cat manners. I'd never make such a mistake. Remember last time? You didn't let your colleague pet me. That was a funny incident. To blend in with humans, I often posted pictures of him in both human and cat form. So, my colleagues thought I had both a boyfriend and a cat, calling me the ultimate winner in life. They had no idea my little chubby cat was my boyfriend. He was convinced he was the perfect size for a cat. One Valentine's Day, I posted 2 pictures, him cooking in a suit and him napping as a cat. A client commented, "Your cat sleeps on the bed? My cat's feet are too dirty for that." I replied, "My cat rarely sleeps on the bed." Client, "Good. Beds are for people." Me, "We usually sleep in the cat bed together." Client, "See?" He didn't believe it. One evening, a colleague gave me a ride home and asked about my posts. I nervously texted my boyfriend to prepare. "A colleague wants to meet you. Get ready." I opened the door to find him, impeccably dressed, smirking. "Welcome back." "Hello, I'm." My colleague immediately asked, "Where's the cat?" I gritted my teeth and gave him a look. "Yeah, where's the cat?" Misunderstanding, he sulked off to the bedroom, probably clawing the sheets in frustration. 3 minutes later, a disheartened tabby cat emerged from the room. That's more like it. No office worker wants to see their own kind after hours. We're all here for the cats. As I walked my colleague out, she lamented, "Your cat's adorable but shy. I didn't get to pet him." I glanced at my sulking boyfriend on the couch. "Yeah, he's a bit shy." After she left, I scooped him up, rubbing my cheek against his. "Sorry, didn't explain in time." He looked up, still grumpy. "Turn into a cat." Obediently, I shifted into a calico, meowing softly. He groomed me all night before finally forgiving my small mistake. Back to the present, I asked, "So why are you showing me these pictures and videos?" He said seriously, "Cat competitions." He continued, "See who's more handsome, me or him? What about this one? Hey, this guy's cheating with those gold-rimmed glasses. Let's compare without them. Babe, you decide." I licked my paw. Busy grooming. Can't help. With a frustrated sigh, he shut the tablet, claws twitching. I saw you glance at him. Hearing the familiar sound of claws on fabric, I leapt forward. I was just imagining how you'd look with glasses. Stop being jealous and leave the new curtains alone.